Good day. How are you doing today? So today our lesson will be on tenses, in specific the simple future tense, and we will be focusing on identifying and using the future tense. Good. To recap on what you've already covered in school with your teacher, you should have already covered the past and the present tense. The past tense being events that have already happened, and the present tense being events that are happening now. So that means today what our focus will be on is the future tense. The future tense meaning to the simple future tense is used to express the action that is going to happen in the future. This means that these actions have not yet happened and are not currently happening. They are still coming, they are still going to happen, they are in the future, thus forward thinking. Like the past and the present tense, the future tense has certain words that will give you an indication that this sentence is written in the future tense. Those words are usually will or shall. Okay, now we're going to do a short exercise to try and identify the different tenses in sentences. I have prepared 7 sentences and we will be doing these together. Number 1. I am going to make a beef pie today. What tense is that in? That's right, it's future tense. Number 2. Sandy liked to buy red apples at the market. If you look at the word liked, what does that word tell you? That's right, it tells you that this is in the past tense. Number 3. William is playing soccer with his friends. The word is and playing tell you that this sentence is in the what? Present tense. Number 4. Lizzie will play hockey for our school next year. Look for identifying words. The identifying words in this sentence is will. So this is in the future tense. We went to the park last week. Went means past tense. Number 6. I am going to play hockey with Lizzie. Going means we have not gotten there yet. Thus, it is in the future tense. Number 7. William is going to be famous one day. And again, we find the word going, future tense. Okay, now that we've come to the end of the lesson and we've done a little bit of an exercise, there are a few important things you need to remember about the future tense. When you are looking to see whether or not a sentence is in the future tense, look for words like will and shall. They tell you something hasn't happened yet, it's still going to happen. And remember, the future tense is describing things that have not yet happened. So if the word is in the past tense or in the present tense, you know it is not in the future tense. Look for time words that refer to the future, like words like tomorrow or next week, things like in the next hour, so things like that. And remember to always double check your work. So today your homework is to complete the exercise on the next slide and prepare for a small test we're going to write tomorrow, just to determine whether or not you understood today's work on future tenses. Good luck, put in as much effort as you can, and enjoy. The following is your homework exercise. I will give you a printed out version, but I will also read it now so you can think about it on your way home. The Blue Bottle. One night, Millie was up late reading in bed. She finished the book she was reading, The Story of Ferdinand, and looked over to her shelves to see what else she might read before she went to bed. Right there on her shelf was something she had never seen before. It was a blue bottle. The blue bottle was about as tall as a small book, had a round bottom and a thin neck. And while the bottle looked as if it were made out of glass, Millie could not see through it. Millie got out of bed and went over to the bottle. She picked it up carefully, afraid that it might break. She was surprised at just how heavy it was, certainly heavier than any other bottle of the size she had ever before lifted. She looked down into the bottle, but it was too dark to see anything. So she shook it. She heard a rattling sound. There was something inside. She turned the bottle upside down and shook it again, to see if anything would fall out. Something almost fell out, and then it didn't. Whatever was inside was now stuck in the bottle's neck. Millie shook harder and harder. Finally, something small fell onto the floor. It was we don't know. That was the story. Also, at the end of your homework lesson, take a wild guess as to what fell out of the bottle, and I might tell you in our next lesson.